Hi, Cole first graders. This is Mrs. Holly, and I have another book to read to you by Bob Graham. And again, as we look at the front cover of this book, we notice that there is only one name. That means Bob Graham is the author of this book and the illustrator. The name of this book is called How to Heal a Broken Wing. The first thing you're thinking about, I'm sure, is that it's a how-to story, like the ones that we were writing about. You can think about that as we go through this book, to see if you think you could write a how-to after reading this book. I want you to remember the book that we read last. That was also by Bob Graham. It was this one, The Silver Button. And taking a look at both of the front covers, do you notice anything that is the same? One of the things that I noticed is that the illustrations are very similar. I could tell that the little boy's nose, the way it just goes out, is the same as these characters as well. It makes you think that, the same person drew these illustrations, and that is exactly what happened. Bob Graham drew both of them. So let's read this one, How to Heal a Broken Wing. Looking at the front cover again, I'm going to try and predict what happens in the story. I see a lot of people, and they're doing normal things, walking, riding a bike. They look like they're going somewhere, maybe to work with their briefcases and bags, maybe a lunch bag. Yet my eye is drawn to this circle of light right here, and I think that's what Bob Graham wanted to happen. He made this little circle of light a focus area for us to focus in on, where the boy is picking up the bird, who probably has the broken wing. Let's find out. How to heal. Oops, I think I skipped a page, sorry. How to heal a broken wing. There's the bird flying. How to heal a broken wing, Bob Graham. Uh-oh, the bird isn't flying anymore. It's falling. If I turn it back, I can tell this was a tall building. Looks like a cloud in the sky. I think I know why the bird broke its wing. High above the city, no one heard the soft thud of feathers against the glass. I'm thinking the bird thought it was just the sky and a cloud and ran right into it. Again, like the last book, it looks like we're seeing from a bird's eye view. We can see the city way down to the street and the building. And there's that building. No one saw the bird fall. No one looked down. This is Subway. Except Will. Check out all of these little pictures. It's kind of like a comic strip. And in each picture, my eye is drawn to the light of that red jacket. I think the author wants us and the illustrator want us to see the boy coming up. And the boy is looking down. Will saw a bird with a broken wing. Oops, skipped a page, sorry. Look at the bright light around him, picking up that bird carefully. Nobody else paying any attention. All of them are doing their own thing. But we see him. And what's going on here? There's not very many words on this page. It says, and he took it home. But those words don't tell me how Mom and Boy are feeling. But I know how. Look at her hands, rubbing her head. She's not quite sure what to do. But they pick up the bird and carry him home. Oh, now Dad's got the same reaction. Looks like the boy is explaining it to him. Not a very detailed, complicated picture, but detailed enough that I can tell what he's feeling. He's got a feather. A loose feather can't be put back. Looks like he was trying to. But a broken wing can sometimes heal. What do you suppose it means by sometimes heal? Looks like they're doing everything they can. Wrapping it. Look at the little detail of the mom with the little eyedropper of water feeding the bird, feeding him some water. And look how much Dad is doing to make a nice place for the bird to rest. Again, there's the light shining on the most important thing in the picture. With rest, I see a calendar, and they're crossing off days. And look, Dad bought him a cage. And time. Time. Check out the moon is going through different stages. Each one of those has to happen on a different day. So that is about a week. More food. He's trying it out, not being too successful. Looks like he fell on his face. And a little hope. Oh, I sure see hope in his face. A bird may fly again. What are they doing? Here they go. Letting him go. Will opened his hands. Check out this picture. The bird did fly. His wing did heal. And we see that bird amidst all the other details of the picture because there's some light drawing our eyes to focus on the bird. Where's the other light? You see it? It's right down here. There's Will and his family where the bird left. And with a beat of its wings, the bird was gone. Looks like you got to keep a feather. Bob Graham, what a great book. I bet you could write about how to heal a broken wing. What are some of the things that you noticed about Bob Graham in his books? I certainly noticed that he has a lot of good feelings that are projected through his characters in his book, even if he doesn't use a lot of words. His pictures are really good, and the light in his pictures helps us focus on part of the story without using a bunch of words. Comprehension is more than just knowing what happened next. It's also seeing the feeling in a book, and we can sure do that with Bob Graham's help. Think about other things that Bob Graham does to make his books great. And if you have a chance, you can write down some things that you think you might like to do, like Bob does in his books. And if you have another chance, Why don't you try writing another how-to? You know how to do that. We've done that several times. How to. Think about things that you might add like Bob Graham did in your story of a how-to. You might do how to heal a broken arm if you've had a broken arm. Maybe you might do how to fix a fence or even how to brush your teeth. And how would you make that story special like Bob Graham did? Good luck. And we'll have another book about from Bob Graham next time.